Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you are on this demented, nasty, vile planet. Now, this is this was broke out in 24th of June. Adam Silver, NBA stopped using term owner years ago. Oh, Jesus Christ. When is this mental illness that is perpetuating from America, when is it going to stop? It will stop when America's influence in the world will be reduced, similar to what Britain's influence in the world was, uh, what happened to Britain after the war, when it had to give up its empire in order to be able to receive the loan and support that it begged America for in order to stop Britain from being overrun by the Germans. And so Britain, which was a powerful force at one time, became the lapdog of America after World War II. America will become the lapdog of China and Russia, and probably India as well. These will be the dominant um, countries in the future. America will be a figurehead. All empires end. The Roman Empire is an example. The Egyptian Empire, so on and so on. But this is just ridiculous. I mean, let's read through this. While some NBA teams have begun backing away from the term owner because of racial insensitivity, Commissioner Adam Silver says the league hasn't used it in years. Okay, so what do they use? I can see from the bottom here, but let's keep going through this. Multiple teams, including the Los Angeles Clippers and the Philadelphia 76ers, have stopped using the word owner, with Steve Ballmer going by chairman and the 76 Sixers owners, here we go, owners taking on the title of managing partner. It's difficult to process. I mean, these guys earn millions. They're paid to play basketball. They are not slaves. But even the word owner has always been attributed to many things. A table, I'm the owner of that table. To a car, I'm the owner of that car. To a TV, I'm the owner of the TV. To a football or a rugby team, I'm an owner of that rugby or that football team. Now, they're coming up with nonsense. He's chair. Mr. Bowman now called himself chairman. This other team is calling themselves managing partner. So they've got rid of or they've tried to get rid of the term, yet they're now having a multitude of different names to try and replace the word owner, which is what it is. The person who has bought the club is the owner of the club. Slavery ended 250 or whatever years ago. has no racial connotation for me here in the UK when they say owner of the football team, owner of the rugby team. Why is it that black people in America are still not? See, the point is that the Hispanics are striving forward in America. 18% of the population, they overtook the black population. That tells you that the black population is going backwards. Its population is reducing, especially due um, to the vast amount of abortions that it's performing on its own women. But saying that though, the white population is going down as well. It used to be 90%, is now 63%. So yeah, that has dropped quite a lot. Perhaps America will become a Hispanic country. But this really insults a lot of people. I mean, if they want to do that, that's fine. But they just look silly. They just look stupid. But that's nothing new. It's really nothing new with the Americans. I don't want to overreact to the term because, as I said earlier, people end up twisting themselves into knots, avoiding the use of the word owner. Jesus Christ. Again, the mental illness that is prevalent in the United States. But we moved away from that term years ago at the league. We call our team owners governor of the team and alternate governors. Jesus Christ. I mean, the word is simple. It's one word. Owner. Owner of the mobile phone. Owner of the rugby team. Owner of the cricket team. Jesus, it's we've gone past that. Black America. Look, I'm going to be a statement. I'm going to make a statement to you. Amongst the black community, especially Nigerians, Nigerians really have very little respect for blacks in America. They really have very little respect because they see that they are, not using their opportunities that they have. They have the opportunities. Even the so-called bad schools in America is almost infinitely better, but not really. But they do have books, they have tables, they have chairs, they have heating, they have lighting. You could go to parts of outside of Lagos village, to a village, and you'll find they have no books. They have no classroom. They're teaching literally under a tree. Little kids and children are teaching, being taught under a tree and not in a building because they can't afford the building. They're using very tatty and old books, secondhand books. Yet these black children who are in these so-called bad, poor inner city schools refuse to knuckle down and learn. They have the facilities. Now, it's very easy to blame until you get them out of that environment and take them somewhere else, like, somewhere in the other parts of the developing world. They then realize, that's when they realize just exactly how much they have. So when they complain they can't afford the $150 trainers, and they can only afford $80 or $90, they're seen as poor. Yet that $80 or $90 would literally pay for someone's rent in Nigeria for 2 months, 3 months, perhaps. Probably 2 to 3 months. that would pay for someone's rent. And they would have a little bit change over for food. When you see what black American children are wearing, the trainers, the trousers, the jackets, the t-shirts, they're wearing quite expensive stuff. They're not. We call it bend down boutique, which is literally people are selling clothing out in the street and on a mat, and there's loads of just t-shirts, shirts, trousers, or whatever, and people bend down to rummage through their clothing to buy for 20p, 50p, a pound, or whatever it is. Many of those kids in the inner cities, if you were to stop them and say, right, the trainers you're wearing, how much are those? The jeans you're wearing, how much are those? Your t-shirt you're wearing, how much are those? This is nonsense. This is stupid. This makes black people consistently look stupid. I mean, it says it, we call our team owners governor of the team, alternate governors. Why did they use the word governor? Governor is a masculine word. Why didn't they call governess? They could have called them governess. Or why didn't they use a gender neutral term? Gov. The word governor here in the UK means in the police force a certain rank, I think above probably captain, the equivalent of captain. The person who's in charge of that in that office would be classed as the governor. In the prison service, again, the person who's in charge of the prison is called the governor. So it doesn't mean that you own the team. Well, the prison. It means you're in charge of that prison. You're in charge of that department. But these people are not in charge of that. They own the teams. They bought the teams. So how can they be governors? Okay, you can use the word governors, but they are still owners. They own the club. That is the term, the word that you need to use for the team. I don't understand what difference it makes to call them, fine, if you want to call them governors. It just, now you've got confusion, which is not surprising. They're calling the team governor of the team, alternate governors. Who is it? Another one's they're using, what term are they using? Chairman, and then the other one, managing partners. I mean, it's just ridiculous. It's stupid. Silver says the general rule in the office is to no longer use the term, despite the fact that the word sometimes appears in NBA memos. You see, they're full of shit. They're idiots. They're stupid. They don't deserve to be, managing these teams. The Golden State Warriors, whatever it is, Mr. Green, has generated national awareness for the issue, saying during LeBron's show, HBO, The Shop, that he takes offense to the term owner because you're a fucking stupid dick. This is the reason why it's difficult for people to like black people. It's difficult to I mean, LeBron James is a dumbass anyway. He's a fucking idiot. He classes himself as the GOAT. I don't see him as that particularly good. When you talk about a real great, Michael Jordan is a true, real great. If he was playing today at the height of his game, LeBron would have been finished. Toast. And Michael Jordan shows class, shows intelligence, and doesn't get involved with all this nonsense. It's not about being a house nigger. It's about using intelligence that we have today. We can't. Black people in America can't keep doing this. You're already falling behind in the birth rate. This is just getting seriously out of hand. What are Black Americans trying to achieve? Do they want to? Oh yeah, former Giants quarterback is dead at 38. Wow, wow. Well, people are dropping like flies every day. Um, I mean, what is it they want to do? As I said before, their population is going backwards. Some people would say that the black community is backwards, but in order to move forward, we've got to start educating ourselves. This is nonsense. Honest to God. He finds the term offensive. Earning, I don't know who, probably, what is he on? 100 grand a year? 100 million a year? Or whatever it is, I don't know. You know, what does it matter? While you're sitting in your, 20 million pound house with about 30 cars and all this kind of nonsense. That is not a slave owner type scenario. That's nonsense. But he takes offense to the term owner because you're a brain dead wanker. The idiot, Mr. Green, has been very public about the fact they've got to find something. Black people, it's just, have got to find something now to consistently grab hold of and and bitch about, for no reason. This is nonsense. We need to deal with where racism is. Okay, we need to teach. They need to teach their young boys to be safe in the street. Okay, because a lot of the problem, many black youths are being pulled over in the street by the police. Okay, but then when you do get pulled over, if you're polite, you know that the police is a bastard. And it goes to court. We have to rely on the rule of law. It is stacked against the black people, and we know that. But what's the solution? Do you really want to continue to riot, or is it better to partake in the political discourse and shame people into sorting out the system that is, that is part, not all of it. It's there are parts and pockets, but America for black people is a million times better than it was in the 60s, and a lot has come a long way during that period of time. So let's not go backwards. Let's not spoil it with this kind of nonsense. This is not logical. It is silly. Has been very public about the fact that we should be moving away from the term, and I completely respect that, Silver said. And then, so you move away from the term, and what do you replace it with? 5 different terms or more. So what you now do is you confuse the public. If you had just the one word that could replace it and it was logical, no problem, fine. But you're not. And you're still using it in MBA memos. Because, let's be honest, governor of the team is probably the only one that you could really use on a, everybody could use on a daily basis. Managing partner, shit. Chairman. Well, chairman, you're going to get your SJW wankers. They're going to take offense to that. Oh, it should be gender neutral. Chairperson. This is just ridiculous. Honest to God. As I said before, mental illness is prevalent in the United States. Anyway, I just felt I needed to do this. I've seen the video somewhere of this earlier, and this guy does not look well. He really doesn't look well. But he has his eyebrows, so he's not got cancer. Anyway, we're in this mad, mad world, and I don't know what the solution is. Anyway, thanks for listening. Please share and like. Good day.